Hey everyone, today I am reviewing the LEGO Star Wars Brickheadz Revenge of the Sith Heroes and Villains. This released May 1st of 2025. This is set number 40796. It has 656 pieces and it comes with 5 brickheads. This is in celebration of the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. LEGO did the same thing with the 20th anniversary of The Phantom Menace, where they released a brickhead set with 5 characters. On the side of the box shows pictures of all the characters that you get in this set, and it looks very good. On the back of the box is just another look at the brickheads. The characters included are Padme Amidala, Anakin Skywalker, General Grievous, Emperor Palpatine, and Mace Wu. Starting with Anakin Skywalker, this is probably my favorite of the bunch. I just really love the detail on his hair, and it looks really good, especially, having the part here over his forehead. It looks very good. Starting down here is a printed tile with his Jedi robes and 2 1x4 pieces outstretched as the robe itself. On each side are his hands, with one of them holding his blue lightsaber. Here's a closer look at some of the slopes utilized for his hair, and on each side is a slope for the ears. I just really love how they captured his hair, and it looks perfect. And then on the bottom here are 2 1x2 dark brown plates for his boots. So on his face are the 2 regular brickhead's eyes, but LEGO gives you the option to swap out with the Sith eyes, which is just awesome to see that LEGO gave you the option to do that, and you can just choose how to display them, either Sith Anakin or Jedi Anakin. It's just a really cool detail and a nice option for you to choose. Overall, I think this is an excellent brickheads and it captures Anakin perfectly. I just really love the detail and different formations of these slope pieces on his hair that just captures the look. Next up is Padme Amidala. She's wearing her outfit that she wore to Mustafar to see Anakin. Starting on her outfit, there's a printed piece showing the cross harness on her torso. I would have loved a bump to show that she is pregnant, but it is just flat. I like the use of these slope pieces down here where the bottom of the tunic is wavy. The hands on each side are not down like the usual because the slope pieces get in the way. And it could be in this position as when she runs up to hug Anakin. And then down here are dark brown plates for her boots again, and a kind of light cyan for the pants. Padme on Mustafar had her hair in one long braid, so it's very smooth using slopes. And then, as you can see, the braid goes all the way down her back, so it does look very good. And here's kind of the start of the braid with some slope pieces and curved pieces to mimic it. On each side are the slopes again for ears. And then on the face is just using the 2 regular brickhead's eyes. Because her hair isn't a ponytail, it does look a little bit awkward here at the top, like her hairline is very far back. Maybe if LEGO had done a half brown plate up here, and then the regular tan down here, maybe it would have worked better, but I don't know, it just looks a little bit odd up here. But otherwise, the hair does look great, especially in the back. And overall, it's a very detailed Padme brickheads. Definitely would have loved a bump to show that she is pregnant. And then the last brickheads on the hero side is Mace Wu. Mace Windu's outfit is, of course, his Jedi robes and is built the same way as Anakin, but of course in a dark brown and light brown color scheme. And then in the middle is the printed tile of the robes. Mace Windu does have his purple lightsaber. And then, of course, since Mace Windu is bald, there are no, any slopes or hair pieces. It's just simply tile all around and then just open studs on the top. And then there are the ears on each side. And he does just have the regular brickhead's eyes. And then on the back, just like Anakin, are some slope pieces for the hood. This is a very solid Mace Windu brickheads. Moving on to the villain side, starting with Emperor Palpatine. Palpatine is in his all-black robe, which he wore at the end of the movie when looking at the Death Star being built, and I think when Anakin was being transformed into Vader. Before that, he did have a variation where it was a black robe with a inner red robe, so maybe LEGO was going for the end of Revenge of the Sith. Since Mace Windu is here, you can still have them fight and recreate the scene, though he was wearing a full red robe, so it won't be entirely accurate. Really like the design using these slope pieces on each side of the face to give it a hood look, giving a little space in between each side of the face. On each hand is some lightning that he's shooting out. You can reenact the scene where he's shooting lightning at Mace Windu. And there is an ingot piece at the top for the clasp on the robe. And then there are some curved pieces up here for the deformed forehead of Palpatine. And then on the backside and top of the robe, it's just smooth tile all around. I really like the way Palpatine looks. LEGO could have gone with, any of the outfit choices, but I think they went with the, iconic full black robe that Palpatine wears. And lastly is General Grievous, which looks absolutely phenomenal. I really love the design to really make, his body look cybernetic, because he is pretty much almost like completely cyborg. So starting off here at the bottom, I love the use of the hinge plates for his claw feet, and then moving on to the torso area, I like the use of the trans green plates on both the back and the front to kind of show a little peek into his organic insides. And of course they're covered up by his cybernetic armor, which does look good and utilized with some curved pieces. So I just really like the design, how it is showing a little bit but mostly covering it up just like on screen. On each side are his 4 arms, each holding a lightsaber, and it's connected with these plates that can go in and out. It does look a little bit odd on the top one. It almost looks like, he's holding it on his shoulders. So it does look a little bit odd, but the bottom ones look really good. The head is designed very well as well. On each side are his ears, or, the fins that are on each side of his head. On the front are the 2 Sith eyes, or evil eyes, to show for the villain side of the Brickheadz. And then there is a printed piece with the 4 lines that sit at the bottom of his face mask. On the back is just some more detail and the use of the slope pieces, showing a little bit of the trans clear. And I just really love the overall look, showing, the cyborg body. I think overall this General Grievous looks really good. And every Brickheadz is on a black plate with the face logo placed on there. I think every Brickhead looks really good. I think the selection is good as well, but, there's so many characters that you can get from Revenge of the Sith, especially Obi-Wan, so you can reenact a fight between him and Anakin. Other than that, I think these are all solid Brickheads, and I really like this set and would recommend, to celebrate Revenge of the Sith and its 20th anniversary. And I'm definitely getting more and more interested into Brickheads, and, the collector in me wants to collect them all and display them. Each individual Brickheadz is $10, so for $50 you are paying the price for 5 of them. So overall, I do really like this set. I am okay with the character selection. Obviously, they could have went with Obi-Wan, which I would have liked, but the character selection that they went with does not disappoint me. Anyways, let me know down in the comments what you think of the Heroes and Villains Revenge of the Sith Brickheadz. Definitely lightsaber slash that like button and hit subscribe with the post notifications on so you do not miss any more LEGO content. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.